Welcome into another Still Talking episode. Today we are in St James's Park. We have got the legend of Newcastle with us, professional darts player Chris Dobey.
Hi mate.
What's happening, brother? You ready to do this pod?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Go for it.
Let's get in there. First of all, we're in the middle of St James's Park. This is clearly a massive part of you. Where did that part start in your life?
Ever since I was a kid, I was massive into my football. I used to follow my uncle. He was always playing, and I just wanted to be out there. And I think being brought up with a family of Newcastle fans, it was inevitable that I was going to be following their footsteps.
Are you proud of Newcastle at the minute? Are you happy with how they're doing in the league?
Yeah, 100%. I've always been proud. Win or lose, you're there. You back.
Win or lose, we're on the booze.
Yeah, you back the team, and yeah, we've seen some terrible football over the years, and I think this is the best years are yet to come. And yeah, I'm happy to finally see we win a trophy as well.
We were joking before because you're holding the mic and the mic's a bit weighty, and you were like, "It's not the hands to be holding because obviously that's the dart hand." Are your hands insured?
Mine aren't, but you can.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've heard of it. There's a lot of people say they have, but I haven't.
You'd never insure your hands.
One day,
like them hands are worth however much.
Yeah,
like that's everything.
Exactly. Yeah, it is a big thing, and that's why you got to be extra careful.
It's so weird because sometimes I jam my hand in the door and that, and then when you think about it, like, even a paper cut on your hand, that would affect your play.
Yeah, of course, and you do get that. It is hard if you'd see you jam your fingers, and there is times where I've actually hurt it, and you kind of have to adjust your throw. But yeah, you got to be really careful.
That. So the hard questions are out the way. Everything's easy now. Pressure's off. What's been on your mind lately?
Just everything, the travelling, the family. You've got to try and mix it all up. It's hard being away from your family when you're on tour. The travelling. So I've recently been to Australia and New Zealand, so it's not as if it's just around the corner. So yeah, they're trying to speak to the family, pick the right time to speak to them as well, because being away for 2 weeks is hard work on a normal day. But when you're that far away, it is hard.
How often are you travelling? How many days of the year are you away from your family?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot to tally up.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's nearly every other week we're away playing, whether it's for 3-4 days at a time. Sometimes the TV events is over a week long. So yeah, you do get the odd day at home, but you spend a lot of it travelling.
So when you're travelling, are you mostly travelling on your own?
Yeah, there's a couple of lads from the northeast as well, so we travel together. But say it's on a European tour, they travel a day earlier than me, as I come in as a seed on the Saturday, so I'll not travel until the Friday.
Does it get lonely? Like, are you lonely? Like, take away the darts and take away everything else. Like, you're on your own a lot.
Yeah, it's honestly, I say this in previous interviews before. If it's not going right on stage, it is a lonely place, and there's only yourself up there that can deal with it. It's alright if you've got a few family and friends in the VIP bit, but it is a lonely place on stage if it's not going right. But yeah, there's many a times you sit in the hotel room thinking, why am I here, and you've just got to think of like your family and your kids, that you're there for them. It's not just for you, and get back up and show what you're worth.
How do you battle that though? Because that's a lot of exhausting energy of you. I've had experience of traveling the world and being on your own and being in a hotel room. Look, the best time is when you're around people. Don't get me wrong, I like my own space, but the best time is when you're around people and you're laughing and bubbling. Being in a hotel room on your own isn't nice.
Yeah, it is hard work, but you touched on it there when you're around people, and I'm there week in, week out with some of my best mates that I could meet, and we're all mates on tour. We've all got our own little gang who we sit with and we spend time with, and if it wasn't for them, then you might not do it for as long as we have. So they keep you going as well. So yeah, it's only certain nights when you're in there, you see you're in a bad mood after losing.
So on tour, it's not just like do you know the people you're coming up against, the other players, the other dart players, like, do you chill with them as well as you compete against them?
Yeah, some of them are our best mates, so we all go for curries together.
Really?
We'll watch the match and stuff, and
that's actually quite sick. Is there no hatred?
Yeah.
Is there no hatred?
There is. Certain players you get rivalry, you do get hatred, but 95% I think we all get on with each other. And yeah, the some of the lads are best friends. We go to each other's weddings and stuff, and yeah, it's crazy, man.
So do you know when you're competing against someone and you're on the stage?
Yeah.
Do you ever subtly whisper to each other, like giving each other shite?
I wouldn't say on stage. They kind of give it. There is people that do the tactics and stuff, and it's kind of hard. I think it's harder playing your friends as well, because there's sometimes a lot more respect, which there shouldn't be. You should forget all that while you're on there, because you're there to earn a living, and for myself, for my family, and they're wanting to take that money away from you. So yeah, you need to try and forget that at times.
You've said something key there. They're wanting to take that money away from me. Is that going through your head when you're coming up in a darts match?
100%, and all our rankings are based on what we earn, our money. That's our ranking. So yeah, they're trying to win it for them and take it away from me. So yeah, you want to knuckle down and try and put in that extra work. That's
so interesting. Obviously, you say you've got your own little gang. You say like there's a few years that sit together. Has there ever been a time that you remember that like someone in your gang's beat you in a position where you probably needed that money, or you probably like that's such a hard line, because if you've got your own little gang and when I say gang, a group of mates,
yeah,
how do you like not feel sorry for each other if there's no personal stuff about each other, and then you beat, like me and you were best mates, and you knew I was going through a bit of an hard patch. Then you volleyed me 6-0.
Yeah.
You know, how do you balance like being a mate but also being a pro darts player?
Yeah, honestly, it's hard. I've played some of my best friends in major tournaments. I lost to Joe Cullen in Blackpool, and yeah, it's hard. I was the number 1 seed on the floor last year. Went to Minehead as a number 1 seed. Ended up playing my best friend, Nathan Aspinall. He barely done the tour. He got in 64th spot. I was the number 1 seed and ended up playing him. And yeah, I lost. He beat me. And you know, when you put all that work in, you travel all year round to be the number 1 seed, and then you end up playing your best friend. It's not nice.
It's not nice. So talk to me, for someone who doesn't watch darts, if anyone's watching this who doesn't. What's number 1 seed? Talk to me like what that means.
So the number 1 seed, it was the Players' Championship Finals. So I picked up the most money out of anybody on the tour last year.
That's a father.
Yeah, so but
father.
Yeah, you travel, you do each and every floor event. You wanting to maintain that number 1 seed, and yeah, it got to the latter stages, and I was like, that's where I want to be. I want to put that marker down, knowing that I've been the best player in there.
Is it public the amount you're in, or no? Is it public the amount of money you pick up?
Oh yeah, everything's.
So everyone knows in the world what you picked up as the number 1.
Yeah, everybody's.
What is it?
So I can't remember what it was.
He doesn't want to slip up here and be like.
I can't remember what it was. But that was just on the floor events alone. So yeah, it was a decent enough.
Do you know darts? Now I'm gonna say something here which dart people might find disrespectful, but before the Luke Littler started. Yeah. No, before that, was there a lot of money in it?
Oh, there was a lot of money still. Obviously, I don't think all the eyes were on it. I think the likes of Luke Littler has put all eyes back on the sport and lifted it to another level. And yeah, who didn't want to see a 16-year-old go along the way of the World Championships and do what he's done? And I knew him for a few years. I'm in the same management as Luke, and I knew he had the talent. I just didn't think it would happen so quick. And
so quick. Is that freakish to you?
Yeah, 100%. Don't get us wrong. I seen the talent, and I knew he had it. He was a brilliant player, and he's a great kid as well. For a Man United fan, he's a good lad. But no, he's got some talent, and I don't think we've still seen the best of him, which is pretty scary as well.
What's weird is when you're so young, it's like, how do you do that at such a high level? Like,
I just don't think, because he's not bothered. I think he'll rather sit in the house, play FIFA, and he's just not that bothered.
He's got the dream partnership with Xbox.
Yeah,
he's smashing it.
It's just ridiculous how good he is. When he puts his full effort into it, then you'll see.
What's your routine like coming up to a tournament? You know, you say you work so hard towards stuff. You know, the World Championships are coming up in December.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how you get ready for that. So, like a fighter does an 8 to 12 week camp. What do you do? Do you just go to the local boozer?
Yeah, to be honest, we've got competitions all year round. So we've got big major competitions up until the end of November. And then the World Championships, you've got to be ready. So yeah, I'll go back to play local leagues. I'll have a few practice sessions.
So you'll actually just turn up to the local boozer with a dartboard and just start throwing darts?
Yeah, I'll go back to local darts.
That's so sick.
Yeah, like I said, I touched on before we start the interview, never forget your roots, and it's where I've started playing. You know, a lot of people don't like the fact that I play in local leagues, but it's where I started. So
why? What is it about it that they don't like?
Because they feel like haven't got a chance against us, but it's not that. It's not the winning. It's being there, giving back to where I started, and I still sponsor leagues. So yeah, I try and give as much back as what I can, and get my name out there, because I still play Super League. I love my Super League darts, and that's where I practice. I'm playing tomorrow night, and yeah, there's some good names locally.
So you're saying local lads sometimes get frustrated because they feel like they're coming up against like the ultimate boss.
Yeah,
like the ultimate.
But the fact that there's some good enough to beat me, and if they do, then that'll give them something to boost. Wow,
spotlight too.
Can actually go on and be where Chris is, be where Callan is. And
I want to speak about a lot more darts, but I just want to get to know you as a person. Why do you sponsor leagues? Why do you do the things you do?
It's just the kind of person I am, you know. I remember when I first started, money wasn't a lot in local stuff, so they had to get sponsors left, right and centre, and I seen how much of a struggle it is. I seen some leagues close down and some on the verge of closing, so yeah, I kind of try and keep everything going, because I want a lot of youths to there's a lot of youth players now wanting to play the game, and I want to try and give them something to achieve, you know, so a background, whereas I didn't have that when I first started. I didn't have the youth academies and whatnot, they have now.
It's funny you mention that, because speaking of youth, what was it like when you were coming into darts, and was your father a regional darts player?
Yeah, it's all because of my dad. My dad, my uncles, they all played over the years. We've always had a dartboard in our living room, and yeah, I was all mainly into my football. I was a big football fan. I still am, and I just used to love playing football with my mates, and I was never into the darts. I would always watch it on TV because my dad always had it on, and yeah, it was crazy how I picked it up. I went to a local league, local bingo hall with my mum at a local club, and I was playing bingo, and one of my friends rang us and said, "Do you mind filling in? We're a man short on a dart team." And I went up the road, which is a couple of 100 yards up the road, and I ended up being drawn against one of the best players in the league, and it was a double off as well, so we had to start on a double, and I had a
What age is this at?
I was 20 or 21 when I first started.
That blows my mind, simply because like you were ready to just have a normal life, and I'm not saying it's not a normal life, but a professional darts player is a complete switch from the life you were living.
Yeah, of course. It was crazy, because I think the first few years I was on the tour, I was still working. I was in the traffic management, so I was doing like 12-hour night shifts, 12-hour day shifts, and trying to judge my practice as well. After a 12-hour night shift, it's hard work. It's not so bad when you're doing 12-hour days, because you can't play for a couple hours, but after night shifts, it's just a killer. So yeah, I had to like knock that on the head after a few years, and yeah, I kind of pushed myself to focus on the darts, and it's paid off.
You know what's in my head right now, because we're holding the mics, like, how much do you protect? Is it in your head how much you protect your hand? Like, do you wipe with your left because you don't want to wipe with your right?
Nah, I can't do anything with my left.
Yeah, but like, there's so much things in the world that you use your hands for.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything that you go, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not grabbing onto that, or I can't do that. Like, my head's took back by it.
Yeah. It is a big thing. You have got to be careful. It's just
like on cold days, like your hands.
I'm still one of those. I wear gloves sometimes.
Do you know what I mean? No, like on them cold days where I'm shivering, like my hands go cold.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I feel it. Does that never, like, before the darts game, do you have to rub your hands together and get them warm and get, like, I mean, my hands are too moist.
There's a lot of dart players. I'm giving the secrets away. There's a lot of, if it's cold, they'll have the hand warmers that you shake. There's a lot of dart players.
If my hands are too moist, I can't do half the stuff I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
If have you ever got to a tournament and been like, oh, I feel a bit greasy here, or like?
Yeah. Oh, it's happened a few times. There was one year in Minehead, it was so cold, all the pipes and that had froze. There was a lot of people struggle to get there, and I remember going to the bar and I was ordering a cup of hot water just to warm my hands up. It was that cold, and so they were in the plastic cups.
Pacing me on the bar,
well,
like, what are you doing?
So they were getting the kettle on and putting the hot water in the cup as well.
It's just dead fascinating to me, someone who protects their hands more than themselves.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Because your hands are everything.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. Does it ever come, like, in darts then, if it is your hands, is it more like when your hands get tired or arthritis or something like that, that you have to retire instead of, like, your physique?
To be honest, there's a few players, the likes of Michael Smith now, who he's having some issues with his hands and fingers, so he's going through a bit of a bad spell. But yeah, I think he's world class and he'll definitely come through it. But each and every one has different injuries, arm injuries, and it plays a big part. And it's all about it is your shoulder, your arm, and it does. You've got to be really careful. So I like to try, and I haven't been for a while, but like to keep on top of it, like get your acupuncture or something like that, and just try and get like a sports massage, just so you're not.
You talk about struggle a lot. I've heard you mention the word struggle a lot. That seems like your passion. Someone's struggling for a sponsorship, if someone's struggling to do something they love and they can't afford it, you seem to try and help in any way you can. Take me back to your struggle. Did you used to work in traffic and construction?
Traffic management, so it was like working on the road.
Have I just took you back in time there?
Yeah, and it was, like I said, I was struggling obviously to get a job, and I managed to get a job in traffic management. Met a few of the great lads, and yeah, it was great.
It's hard
it is. If you're on the back of the wagon snatching the cones up, that's probably the hardest. And sometimes it's boring as well, because once the job's on, you're just sitting around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it swings and roundabouts, and you can. Back then, it was a job, and I enjoyed it.
It's so easy to, sorry to bump in, but it's so easy to skip past it, like we're talking about it as a bullet point. But you've got to look at your life now.
Yeah.
You were talking about throwing cones into the back of a van, which shout out to them lads. We wouldn't be able to go on our motorways, we wouldn't be able to do anything on the roads without them. But you went from that to now we're in the middle of St. James's Park, in the middle of a box.
Yeah.
Lads, you have absolutely smashed its head in. You flipped your life from something you were doing to survive to something you love doing now, and like you're just on top of the world. You've got a family. You've got to take a minute to think about that. Yeah,
of course, and that's why I am where I am now. I've kind of knuckled down, put the extra work in, and like I said, I'm providing for my family now, and it's all about them. So I want to get to the top. I want to bring in as much money so they don't have to worry. And yeah, now I'm heading in the right direction up there.
I've got on my thing here about a PDC Tour Card.
Yeah.
What is that, like a CSCS card?
So basically, as I was saying, I won a few things back locally. So that gives us the confidence to go and try and gain my tour card, which is you go down to Wigan or Milton Keynes is where it is now. It's a big competition. You win certain games, you get points and stuff. You get so many points, or you win it outright, you gain a tour card. And that is where you get a 2-year tour card, so you can play on the tour against all the professionals.
You have to do that every 2 years?
So you get 2 years. Within the second year, if you're not in the top 64 in the world, you have to go back to Q school and try and get it back.
Wow.
So yeah, my first year on the tour, the money wasn't great back then when I started, so we weren't moving up. But I had a good second year, managed to keep my tour card, and yeah, I've never ever lost my tour card. I got it the first attempt, and touch wood, I've never lost it.
Touch wood, lad. Hey, touch wood.
So yeah,
we're going for number 1 spot. I've got here first televised major title came at the Masters 2023.
Yeah,
beating Rob Cross 11-7 in the final. You know, and then you got semi-final appearance at World Championship 2025.
Yeah.
Grand Prix European events. He's had semi and quarter appearances, semi-finals and quarter-finals. Well done.
Cheers.
And you know, it's interesting. I'm half took back because it's like, how am I sitting across from you interviewing you? You know what I mean? What's going on? When you're going into a fixture, what do you call it, at the game, at the match?
It's a match again.
When you're going into a match like that, is there any difference between going into a pub game compared to the final?
It's massive. Because so on the Pro Tour, you class it. We're playing. So you play 6 or 7 matches on the Pro Tour. So you could play one match, then you'll have to wait an hour, half an hour. You play the next, so on. Whereas World Championship, you're there, you're preparing for that one game only, so you can do your 2-3 hours beforehand, whatever you need, and you're focusing for that one game and one game only. So it's a massive difference preparing for a TV event rather than like the Pro Tour or
it's a completely different schedule.
Yeah,
and you're just expected to just get used to that. Like, yeah, here's the schedule. See you later. You fit yourself. What's your post-match routine to that? Or it's not post-match. What's your pre-match routine?
So we get the fixture. Say I'm on first game. I like to get there 3 hours before. Then I can just chill, sort my case out, my darts, my points, and spare sets of stems and that for if anything goes wrong on stage break. I'll quickly change it, so I'll get them set up before I do my 2 hours.
Do you have any weird superstitions?
Yeah, I do. I like to. Obviously, I'll go in there. I'll use the same toilet. If I win, like say there's 4 or 5 cubicles. If I win, I'll always use the same one. Whether it's somebody's inside of it, I'll not use another one until they come out. And it's one of them. I've always been like that, and it's
you use the same toilet.
The same one. If it works, I'll always use the same one.
Yeah.
Whether it's there's 2 or 3 empty ones, and the one I used, I'll have to wait on whoever's finished.
It's crazy because you're like christening that toilet like at least 4 times that day.
Yeah, it's always been the same. But
the thing is now, because you've told your secret, when you go on tour and clog the next toilet,
everybody's just gonna be waiting.
Everyone's gonna be pointing fingers. Maybe the next like televised interview needs to be you walking out of a toilet.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That I didn't expect you to say that.
It's just what I do. I use the same one. If I win, if I lose, then we'll go to a different one. Yeah.
So if you win, you just keep the same toilet.
Yeah, I'll try and
maybe you need like the same portable toilet to come with you everywhere.
It would help.
Just so you can use it. So you made it to the Premier League lineup.
Yeah.
Debut to the World Championship. Talk to me about like the structure of darts. Like there's so much going on.
Yeah. It's.
I seen Luke Littler put it on because I follow him, and I seen him put it on his story saying like, how busy it is. Like 1 minute he's in like Germany, and the next minute he's over here, and then it's like.
Yeah, it's non-stop.
Like a cargo ship.
And it's great for us because we're playing non-stop. The travelling sometimes, like I said, it takes it out of you, but it's where you want to be. You want to be playing.
Of course,
100%. Every week.
If you can remove the travelling, you probably would. You could just spawn there and back.
But you touch on the Premier League there. That's 17 weeks on the bounce away, so it's different cities. You know.
Can you deny this? Can you decline it?
You could, but I don't think anybody would. Yeah, I would never ever decline it because you love it. It's tough, but like you say, you're playing against the best players in the world.
I don't want to paint this out to be like no darts players moaning here. I'm just trying to get both sides because I'm brand new to that.
Yeah,
I'm curious. So like, you'd never decline a competition.
No, I never. Definitely
It'd be stupid if you did. It's interesting that.
Yeah, but the Premier League is where everybody wants to be. You're playing against the best, the elite, week in, week out, and 17 weeks on the bounce. You're visiting different cities and yeah, it's brilliant. You're playing in massive arenas, and
That is pretty cool.
It's unbelievable.
What's the structure of it like? Premier League is in like you're a team, like you players. Like what is the structure?
No, you're there for yourself. So the all
Premier League copyrighted their name.
Yeah, so it's eight players. You play against different players every week, so you'll have like a fixture. Whereas you'll play, say I play Nathan Aspinall, the winner will play like Little Avankio, and then the top half will be the others. And then so you'll meet.
And then towards the end of the 17 weeks, will it split half?
So I think it was after 8 weeks. If you're top, you'll play bottom on that night, and then second bottom, so on. And then after 17 weeks, only the top 4 go to the finals in the O2 in London.
And when we talk on duration over constantly throwing in the shoulder, do you visit like physiotherapies and like?
I have done, yeah, and I need to get back on top of it.
Because like massages must be important, especially 17 weeks of that.
Definitely, it's sometimes you have the problem and that, but I haven't been for a while now, and I was just touching on to my mum and that, and saying that I need to probably start going back and getting a regular every couple of weeks or so.
It's important, yeah, because people worry about it when it comes, but you need to pre it.
Yeah.
You don't want it to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people focus on shit when it happens, but no, you don't want that shit to happen.
No, definitely not.
Definitely. Do you know, obviously we talk about tour, we talk about the darts. Have you got any like some like funny stories or worst stories from tour? Or?
There's a lot. I remember, like I said, one of my first years on tour, we used to go for a curry quite often. A few of the lads, Michael Smith was one of them, and I'm midway through, so I like a madras, which is a kind of hot curry, whereas he gets a foul. He gets a foul.
Using the same fog.
So he gets a foul, which is extra hotter than my madras, and he gets his extra hot. So I'm mid food. I've had to go to the toilet. I've nipped away, and as I've been to the toilet, he's changed my food, give me his, and yeah, it's kind of my mouth's on fire, and I'm like, what's you've definitely done something here, and they're all
laughing.
They're laughing their heads off, and the next day, I make my first final on the Pro Tour, and then ever since then he said, "Well, it was thanks to me that you've won that, or that you've made it to the final." And yeah, it's one of the funny stories, but yeah, there's so many to tell. There's so many good lads, and we all have a great laugh.
Like a constant lads holiday, really. Isn't it?
Well, that's it, and the next year or so, Nathan Aspinall's getting married, so we're going to his wedding, and we're going to his stag do as well.
Who's the gang that you've got? Who's the group of mates?
So our table, we have Nathan Aspinall, myself, Joe Cullen, Johnny Clayton, Ross Smith, Adam Hunt, Andy Bolton, Ryan Joyce, Little Ass sits there. Steve Beaton used to sit there, and he was an absolute legend, and yeah, he's a big miss. It's his first year off tour, and I'm hoping he gets sick and he wants to come back because he's a legend, and he's my favourite ever player as well. So to be privileged to be sat with him for the last few years and to be one of his
Has anyone replaced his seat?
Nah, I don't think there's anybody in the world that could replace Steve. And yeah, it's just he's a great lad.
A good group to have that. It's a solid group.
Yeah.
Do you know, away from the darts, what's a normal day in a darts player's life look like, but away from the darts?
We're all different, to be fair.
What's yours look like?
So mine's literally, follow Newcastle home and away. So if I'm not, normal people say, I spend it with my family, but Newcastle's playing, that's it.
We were speaking about the travellers, saying how hard it is.
The lads always give us jip for that, and they'll say, oh, well, we like to spend time with our family, but Dobey just likes to go and watch Newcastle home and away.
Dobey is going away half 3/4 of the year, and then the other quarter he's with Newcastle.
But hey, I love him, man, and that is honestly, I love going to the matches, and that's where it's my hobby going there.
I was gonna watch this and be like, you're not going anymore.
But it's brilliant, man. It is great, but you do spend time with your family, and yeah, it's just just chill out. Whereas the likes of little lad, he'll just be sitting playing FIFA, and he's always.
You're not playing any PlayStation or anything.
I play the PlayStation, but yeah.
Here we go. You go Newcastle home and away. You play the PlayStation.
I'm gonna start and take mine away with us. Just sort of.
Okay. You're gonna start.
I've got one of them.
Are you gonna start streaming?
Nah, I'm not into that. Like I've
tried to set something up there.
I would love to try, but I just don't think I've got the time.
What's your favourite game?
I play FIFA. I like Grand Theft Auto, though, like, but FIFA's the one.
Do you ever in Grand Theft Auto go in the pubs and play the darts?
No, I can't.
No. You can,
no.
you know.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know, I've started playing golf, and I've been... my producer's laughing his head off, and it's making me laugh. So I've started playing golf. Been playing for about a yearish, and I started playing on GTA in GTA Golf.
Yeah.
That's how I started learning golf. The first time I played golf was GTA Golf, and then PGA Golf on the game.
Yeah.
And then I went out in real life.
Yeah. That's crazy. Crazy.
I just thought you would have done that.
Nah.
GTA darts. We need to make it happen. GTA darts. I need to know this. This has been burning my head out. This is a serious question.
Yeah.
Where does the stereotype of a darts player come from? Beer belly, sit-in boozers, on the ale, rough around the edges, hits 180s consistently.
You just said it.
But where does that come from?
That's where it's just where they've been brought up. They've always, if you've seen darts 20, 30 years ago, used to smoke on stage, drink on stage, and I think that's where obviously they've just been brought up like that, and the consistency of practicing and being able to handle the drink and whatnot, and yeah, it's now on stage. It's no tabs, no beer, water only. And
it's a lot more flashier now, isn't
Yeah.
it? But are you saying like 50 or so years ago, it was just like throw a dart, spill an ale over your
yeah,
mates?
it's crazy. I still can't believe it. They like showed that on TV and that, and it's crazy.
You know, we've had a great chat over the past 30, 40 minutes. Like, who are you? Who are you away from darts? I need to know. What's on your mind away from darts, Newcastle? What do you think about?
To be honest, it's just normal. I'm a big family man, you know. I've got a massive family, so we all go to my uncle's. So he calls it like a Pizza Friday. So everybody, the family and friends get together. We'll go there. You could have games. You could play FIFA.
Pizza Friday, that is so sick. That's a proper family oriented.
So he's got a games room at the bottom of his garden where we'll play darts, pool, and yeah, it's just spending time with our family and friends. You know, we kind of we could go to days out, and my little cousin loves roller coasters, and so we go to Blackpool. He went to Alton Towers the other week, and yeah, just try and do little things like that. And
the reason I ask it, Chris, is simply because there'll be so many people out there who want to be in your position.
Yeah.
You know, and to get to that, my job as an interviewer is to create relatability.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do away from that, and what people already see?
Yeah.
That people can relate to and go, oh, I'm like him. Oh, he does what I do. That means, you know, I can do what he does.
Yeah.
It's not just the fancy stuff on the telly.
Definitely.
Pizza Friday is my favourite.
Yeah, it's really good, and honestly, we enjoy it. We change it up. Obviously, whatever you have one week, you don't obviously.
What slices are we having? How many slices are we having, and what pizza?
So it's not always pizza though. So it's classed as Pizza Friday. So you could have your pizza, or you could have a Chinese, or you could have an Indian.
That's clickbait.
Yeah, it's honestly.
I'm not coming with that. That's clickbait.
The majority though, they all get the pizzas and stuff, but I mix it up. I'll have an Indian one night.
It's mad how you can have that hot of a curry, you know.
Yeah.
Blows my head off.
I'll do it. Oh yeah, masala.
I'm a masala. I'm a Iceland special naan bread. I'm masala. I have no spice. It blows both ends out.
Yeah.
Not about that. Honestly, not like, are you having some serious poos?
Oh, you do, 100%. But
honestly, who would have thought? Like, people say I'm interviewing loads of people. Who would have thought I would have sat, you know, one of the best dart players about, and I've asked them about his poos.
Hey, you're a man of different cultures.
Just call me weird, Chris. Just call me weird. What's your thoughts on Newcastle so far this season?
I think we've getting off to a slow start. Obviously, just can't find the back of the net. Defensively good. Only conceded in one game, which conceded 3 against Liverpool. Probably shouldn't have.
They're hard to face, aren't they?
Yeah, probably shouldn't have been that though, because I think if Anthony Gordon didn't get sent off, there would have been cover for the young lad at the back. He was left on his own at the right back. But yeah, I think he's set up well. But now they need to start putting the ball in the net because
goals are important. I was lucky enough to work my first Champions League fixture, Newcastle versus Barcelona, the other day. I've seen this place at full capacity and it is rocking. Wow, it is rocking. The fans are singing constantly. It is a belter. I enjoyed it. You know, when you talk about like football games and the amount of it, and obviously relating to darts, the amount of it, does it scare you that Newcastle have got a little bit of a thin squad?
Yeah, it does, because a big season like we have ahead this year, Champions League with the fixtures, it's different to when we won the Champions League a couple of years. You only had the 6 games, whereas you got a lot more games now, and we're still doing well in the cups. You've got to try and push for that league position, and yeah, we've got a few injuries as well, and 2 of them are our new signings as well. So
it's hard to not speak about Newcastle with you because it's so much of your life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's so much of your life. So I think it's fair for me to ask about Newcastle for anyone watching. It'd be stupid if it didn't. When you're not playing darts and you're not with the family, you're with Newcastle. Yeah. Going back to the darts, where'd you get the nickname Hollywood?
Funny to say that. It was the fact
Which one of these is yours?
I haven't touched any. Oh. So, yeah, it was just a local league. The lad who I play for, I think I'd just getting back from a holiday, and I turned up. I had my shorts, me peak cap. I think I still had the sliders on, and he was like, "Who do you think you are? Some kind of Hollywood superstar? Come and when whatever you want, just to play a game of darts." And it was just a joke. It's one that stuck, and everywhere I went after that, he always brought it back up. Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. And everywhere I went after that, people were, "Oh, Hollywood." And I started getting the name, and I'm thinking, how can I get away from this? And ever since then, I couldn't get away with it. And I thought, when I got on the tour, that was always in the head, and it was different as well. So I kind of lived up to it, and the commentators, I was taking big finishes out, and they were all saying, "Oh, it's the Hollywood finish," and it kind of stuck, and it was something different. So I thought, it kind of rings a bell now.
You know, when you go on tour, do you have to pick a nickname, or is it just by choice?
You don't have to have one, but there's a lot of them have the nicknames, and there's still a few good nicknames. One of my favourites, I actually played the lad last week on the European tour. He's called Darren Beveridge. Have a guess what his nickname is?
Darren Beveridge. Bevy.
Ice Cold.
Oh.
I think it's the best nickname in the dart. Unbelievable.
Darren Ice Cold Beverage.
Honestly, it is the best nickname.
That's like saying, "Darren, ice cold beverage, please, kid."
But honestly, that was a topper for me. And
Darren Ice Cold Beverage.
Honestly, it was.
That's so
brilliant.
good.
But you get so many nicknames. There's some good ones out there.
Name me some of your favourite ones.
You can't. Obviously, he's not allowed to have it now. But Owen Bates called himself the Master. And obviously, it was all on his branded darts and everything. And obviously, he wasn't allowed to call himself the Master.
Why?
Well, if you said Master Bates, you're not allowed to. He wasn't allowed to use it. hence why. So yeah, he wasn't allowed to use it. He had his own darts. You could even look it up. I think they sell them. And what was on the box of the darts, and you think, lad, how can they get away with that? I was
thinking master, like he's a master of something.
Master Bates, that's why. But yeah, it's,
so what's his new name? Has he not got one?
Nah, I think he might have one. I'm not too sure what it is.
He's not allowed to sell them anymore as his brand.
So that was his manufacturer, so I don't think they'll be allowed to.
Wow, so they're basically limited now, aren't they? So they're probably
So yeah, And they're probably worth getting because a lot of them will...
The Master Owen, the Master. Oh, that's actually quality.
But
what is the some
have you ever heard it? Because I think he went on Talksport with Ali McCoy, and Ali McCoy loved it, and he was absolutely...
Yeah, because that's
he
fantastic.
couldn't stop laughing.
Why is that banned?
But it was just...
That's fantastic. Imagine on stage, like, welcome on, Owen, masturbate. And everyone's just cheering for that.
But it got him some publicity, that's for sure.
That's good, that, though. That's so good. Any more names? What's Steve Button's?
The Bullet.
The Bullet. Steve the Bullet Button.
But he's a Liverpool fan, he's one.
Steve the Bullet Button. Steve the Bullet Button. Chris Dobey.
Yeah.
Owen the Masturbates. It's funny that. Right, I've got a question for you here. It's basically match the Newcastle player to a Greg's item. I'm going to say a Newcastle player, and you've got to match him to an item. If it's a sausage roll, Greg's pasty, chicken bake, steak bake, whatever it is. Ready?
Yeah.
Match the Newcastle player to a Greg's item. Dan Burn.
Sausage roll. It's got to be, hasn't it? Nice and tall, huh? Thin and tall.
It's funny that I interviewed him after the game, and he's massive.
He's huge.
I was like, what's happening, Dan? You okay, brother? Yeah,
he's a great lad, though.
He's so good. He gave me his time, and I messaged him. Obviously, he's probably not on his socials over years. He just hasn't seen it, whatever. But I messaged him and just said, thank you so much for stopping for me. Yeah. That mix zone downstairs was crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, he just stopped for me. And I was like, thank you. You know what I mean? It was proper nice. Next one, Anthony Gordon.
Ooh, Anthony Gordon. Sausage and bean melt. Don't know why,
They're actually so nice. Sausage and bean melt. I didn't even know Greg sold them. Like,
it's a northern thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sausage and bean melt. Nick Pope. Everyone says I look like him a little bit. Don't believe them, though.
Similarities.
Yeah, it's there.
Nick Pope. Tough this. Pan of chocolate.
Tenali.
Steak bake.
Oh,
that is the one.
That means Tenali's the one.
He's the boy, like.
Because steak bake in Newcastle, what I've learned, is like the main thing. Why does everyone get that?
It's just the best one. Yeah.
I like chicken bakes.
And Tenali is by far the standout.
Tenali's the best one.
I think he's the best midfielder I've ever seen play.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
Best player, probably up there with the best player.
In the world?
Nah, not in the world, but the best player that I've seen.
Walter Maid. How'd you say his name? Walter Maid?
Walter Marder.
Walter Marder.
He's new, so what's a new pasty? So, that I've not...
Could be that pepperoni pizza slice.
I've had one of those, though. It's something that I've never tried, so...
Or some of the hot food. You know, in the side fridge.
Yeah.
You know, not like the chicken dippers or the fries, the wedges.
Not the wedges, I'm just going to go for a corned beef pasty. Corned beef. Do you get corned beef down where you are?
Nah, you do not get corned beef.
Corned beef pasty is the one.
Then you throw it into the river.
Honestly, you've not lived until you've had get a corned beef pasty.
What's crazy is you've probably got a relationship with half of these, but you've just called them a corned beef pasty. So.
I'm just based on what's decent and what's not.
Last one, Bruno Gimenez. Yeah.
I'm going to go for a sugar strand donut because they are spectacular.
Lad, I need to know your go-to Greg's order, you know.
Honestly, sugar strand donut is mint. It's unbelievable.
I love these podcasts, you know, because the way we're just talking about Greg's and like calling players steak bakes and Cornish pasties and then talking about masturbates. It's like the craziest thing ever, but I love it.
That nickname, honestly, you'll never forget that now.
I'll never forget that, and if anything, I'm going to start a petition so we can bring it back. I think
you'll love that.
We need to bring it back. I've got something called Ultimate Darts Final.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a load of questions, and it's basically you building out like your ultimate darts final day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ultimate darts final day. Breakfast on the day.
Poached egg on toast.
Best city to play in?
Newcastle.
Walkout song?
Hey Jude now.
Favourite tournament?
The match play.
Best poach match scran?
Pasta, arrabbiata pasta.
Last question. What bog are you pooing in?
It depends on the day.
If it's a win, I'll poo in the same one. If it's a loss, I'll poo in a different one. I have enjoyed this so much.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
I cannot thank you enough for bringing us down to St James's Park, do a podcast here, talk a bit of shite, have a laugh, and get to know you a little bit. Is there anything I haven't asked that you'd like to speak about?
Yeah, not a lot. I'm open to speak about anything. There's not a lot that we haven't covered. Other than come back when the day I can get that number 1 spot.
Oh, I want to come and watch you play. I've never been to a dance tournament.
You're more than welcome to come to anyone.
I'm not coming to no mad country though. And he's like experienced, but I've got an experience.
We've got some good ones coming up next year as well. We've got some European tours. You'll crack hours. It's the first one next year. So
I'm gonna bring you a present too. I'm gonna bring you a gold toilet seat. So everyone knows that's your bog. Before we end, I like, people in brilliant positions like yourself. Yeah. I know you're working so hard and you're the best at your game. What's the best advice you've ever been given that you can pass on to someone younger, same age, older, right now that wants to be in your position?
My advice is always enjoy it. Just be yourself. Never forget your roots, and that's main key for me. Never forget where you come from. Enjoy it. I keep saying to people, you shouldn't. If you're not enjoying it, don't play. The day I stop enjoying playing darts is the day I think. But I remember Eric Bristow once said to me, on the first time I met him, I was walking back to a hotel with him, and he was like, "Look," he said, "you think there's a lot of them there, your friends." He said, "Don't trust anybody but yourself. Just you're there for you, nobody else."
It's interesting that because trust is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, and he said, just go out there and trust nobody but yourself. Just go and do what you. So that's always in my head. But like I say, I know my friends and who I can.
It's interesting though, because in the darts game, like, it's kind of self-employed.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of self-employed, and it's hard because some people say the work environment, be careful because not everyone's your friend. But that's like, how can you feel like that in a place where we're all having a curry and we're all having a beer? You know what I mean? It's a weird vibe. It's interesting because I suppose in a normal job where you turn up and there's someone there, they may not be your friend. But in that self-employed life, you feel like everyone's your friend.
Oh, of course, and that's the way it is. You're there for yourself, but like I say, you're trying to take the money off some of your best friends. But you're all there together. You're there for yourself, but you're spending time together. We win our first game. You go back to the table and you sit. You have a laugh. Then you go back to play the next game. You go back to have
no
a laugh.
Hard feelings.
Yeah.
Once you're in the game now.
There is some that if they have a bad game, they'll take a little while to come round, but then they're themselves again. But we'll always go out for some food or a few drinks and watch the football on the night time if there's anything on. But
so interesting how you can go from the stage to multi-million people watching you to just living a normal life again. Before we end, me and you are best mates.
Yeah.
We're in the World Championship final. Can me and you do like a split or steal and like we just split it? Can we split? Is that illegal?
No, it's illegal. You get fined for that because it's like it'll be like match fixing.
So me and you can't go, look lads, whoever wins this, we're just half it.
Yeah, £1 million for the winner and
just
500 grand for the runner up. But nah, it will get looked at straight away. But
yeah, you can't do that.
You're one of them. You think, I don't want you to be the first one. So this year it's the first time being £1 million winner. So everybody's going to be like wanting that and saying, I want to be the first £1 million winner of the world.
Okay, you win it. What are you spending it on? Do you spend it all?
No. Obviously, you got to pay your management fees. You've got to pay.
I love the way that comes straight away.
Yeah, you got to pay your tax, put it aside, and then obviously I'll have a nice family holiday and
probably buy the best coach to go away with Newcastle.
I'll probably get it. I'll try and sponsor the club somehow.
Is that the goal?
Nah, to be honest, they don't need my money.
No,
They've got any amount, they're just not allowed to spend it.
But to see, like, I think it'd be funny to see your face on the side of a Newcastle shirt.
Yeah. Oh, it would be great.
Chris Dobey sponsor.
Yeah.
Chris Hollywood Dobey, your face in a Hollywood sign.
Hey, one day maybe, one day. But
thank you so much
it's
for
been
coming
an
on, brother.
absolute pleasure, man.
Thank
it's
you,
been a pleasure.